Pasuk in Mishlei says, Sheva Yipol Tzadik v'kom. 7 times the Tzadik falls, but he gets up again, he rises. It's a very reassuring and beautiful sentiment that we could fail, we can mess up, we could fall, and yet prevail. But the Ralbag, or Saadia Gaon, and Ibn Ezra, they say that the number 7 is not literal, it's figurative, which means that it doesn't mean that he falls 7 times. It means that he falls many, many, many times. So I ask you, is that a tzaddik? Somebody who fails, somebody who falls, somebody who messes up so many times? A tzaddik is someone who's impeccable, who's flawless, who's pure, someone living in a castle. Someone who falls so many times is a tzaddik? Perhaps it should say Sheva Yipol Yisrael, Sheva Yipol Yehudi, Sheva Yipol Beinani, Sheva Yipol Tzadik? What kind of tzaddik is this who keeps on falling? When Avram Avinu was petitioning and begging Hashem for the residents of Sodom, he says, Ha'af tispe tzadikim Russia. Will you really destroy the tzaddik together with the Russia? Who was Avram kidding? What kind of tzaddik will live in decadent, in immoral Sodom? Says in Meshech Chochmah that a tzaddik is not who we think it is. A tzaddik is not that impeccable, flawless, pure person necessarily. A tzaddik is someone who struggles. A tzaddik is someone who has to battle. A tzaddik is someone who's got to fight. The tzaddik is somebody who lives, perhaps even in Sodom. He walks the streets, he sees sights, he has the temptation, he has the challenge, but he decides to fight, to go against nature. Avram was saying, I myself am Baal Tshuva, says Avram. For decades, I fought the battle. Perhaps there's someone in Sodom who's living there, who's subjected to all the bad, but he decides to go against it. That's the tzaddik. Every person has to choose. There's always two tzadim, there's always 2 sides. What side am I going to be on? What stance am I going to take? Am I going to stand for the pure and the good? Or am I going to fall? And am I going to capitulate and succumb? Look at the word tzaddik. In the word tzaddik, there are 4 letters. Tzadik, Dalet, Yud, Kuf. Tzadik, Dalet is the tzad, choosing the right side, choosing not to look, choosing to protect, choosing not to give in. Yud stands for the nisyonos. Avraham had 10 nisyonos. Arizal says, we all inherited the nisyonos. We all have multiple nisyonos throughout our lives. But if you choose the tzad, that's right. And the yud, you're courageous. You try to get through the nisyonos, even though you may fail sometimes. But you keep on getting up. Then kuf. When Avram Avinu was 100 years old, he was blessed with a miracle. He had Yitzchak. He had a child. When we take the right tzad, we get through all the nisyonos, the yud nisyonos. Kuf. We merit, like Avram did, to have a miracle.